Federal government pledges to equip students of science and technical colleges with starter packs or soft loans. Nigeria seeks immediate de-escalation of hostilities between Iran and Israel. Ministry of Livestock Development targets breed improvement program and pasture cultivation grazing reserves. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTN News 24, broadcasting live from Abuja. I am Chinenye Moi. As Nigeria continues its pursuit of excellence in education, maintaining high standards in national examinations remains a top priority. To this end, the Minister of State for Education, Professor Suwaiba Ahmad, was on ground to monitor the 2025 National Common Entrance Examination organized by the National Examinations Council, NECO. Zenret Dinum reports on the Minister's assessment and federal government's commendation for the Council's seamless coordination of the exercise.
As pencils scratch against paper, futures are being shaped across the country. 64,000 candidates are sitting for the 2025 National Common Entrance Examination, a critical step towards admission into Nigeria's prestigious Unity colleges. According to Professor Suwaiba Ahmad, this remarkable turnout is more than just a number, but a reflection of trust Nigerians have in the Unity colleges as institutions that unite diverse cultures while nurturing academic excellence and national identity.
We are doing good, and that's why parents are happy with us and allowing their students to register for this examination so that they can be part of the Unity schools. We are happy with the conduct of the examination, and we are hoping that even for our senior secondary school examination, that is the SSCE, WAEC and NECO, we will see an improvement where exams will be conducted on time and everything will go smoothly.
We have not seen any challenge. Materials are enough and delivered on time. For such candidate like candidate with autism, there are people that assist them, and the blind candidate are provided with braille and other equipment for them to answer their questions.
Professor Ahmed also emphasizes the need to uphold higher standards in the conduct of national examinations, stressing that the integrity of these assessments remains the foundation of a credible and resilient education system. In Abuja, Zenret Dinum, NTN News.
Imagine completing your studies in just 2 years and having access to federal starter packs or soft loans to launch your own enterprise. For over 29,000 students sitting for the 2025 TVET-1 entrance examination into federal science and technical colleges across the country, that imagination is fast becoming a pathway to reality. Organized by the National Business and Technical Examinations Board, NABTEB, the examination is more than a test, but a doorway to skills acquisition, youth empowerment, and economic self-reliance. Olayinka Ojo reports.
Technical and Vocational Education and Training, TVET, offers more than just a classroom instruction. It delivers a hands-on practical approach to learning, equipping students with industry-recognized credentials and skills that are in high demand in today's job market. Designed to empower students with specialized knowledge across diverse sectors from construction, fashion, hospitality to engineering, TVET Pathway is transforming how young Nigerians prepare for the future. For thousands of hopefuls, this year's entrance examination into Nigeria's 33 federal science and technical colleges is more than a test. It is a stepping stone to personal and economic transformation. Among them is 13-year-old Angel Pius, who dreams of becoming both a caterer and a fashion designer. Today, She's one of over 29,000 students writing the exam, hoping to transit into Senior Secondary School 1 with a purpose.
Because I love doing it in my house. I know how to cook. I'm in charge of the housework. And also I have interest in all these ladies' garments.
Mechanical crafts, like aluminum is there, building of things is there.
The entrance questions are based on the different skills set, but the students will be admitted based on their areas of strength while answering the questions.
By enrolling in TVET programs, students like Angel will gain industry-relevant skills that open doors to immediate employment and self-reliance. The curriculum is tailored to align with labor market demands, ensuring graduates are ready to hit the ground running.
No country succeeds without the artisan, craftsmen, and technicians. They form the backbone of GDP of any nation. No factory, no industry succeeds without this class of people. And again, in Nigeria, we depend so much on paper qualification. That era has gone. But with this group of people, this innovation, this initiative, the Nigerian in no distant time will be able to produce.
Then apart from the opportunity it affords parents, being that we are given the privilege that is going to be tuition free, it's another motivation.
A bold step in building a future where young Nigerians are not job seekers but job creators. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
And still talking education, the federal government has launched a free technical vocational education and training TVET program, offering participants a monthly stipend of 22,500 naira to support their transportation and training needs. The initiative aims to equip Nigerians, particularly youths, with practical skills to boost employability, encourage self-reliance, and foster economic growth. It is a collaborative effort between the federal government and the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, with accredited training centers established across the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. The Executive Director of the Ladela Educational Institute, Angela Ajala, described the program as a significant investment in Nigeria's human capital.
For its bold commitment to empowering Nigerians through practical, life-changing skills. This initiative is a powerful investment in the people of Nigeria, and it is a clear recognition that the future of our nation lies in what our hands can build, what our minds can create, and what our hearts can dare to pursue.
You come here and you skill up, you are not only going to get skill, you are going to be certified with an employable certificate that makes you a very competent, skilled person, both at home and abroad. So the best place to come and the best thing to do for yourself is to join this train, come learn a skill, come get certified, and come have something to do and build the country. Let's build Nigeria together.
Director at the National Business and Technical Examinations Board, NABTEB, Pauline Ajibili, added that the program is targeted at Nigerian youths between the ages of 18 and 35. The Benue State government has reaffirmed its commitment to ensuring the safety of corps members posted to the state to carry out their mandatory service year. Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Youth and Sports, Philip Nongo, who represented Governor Hyacinth earlier, said this at the swearing-in ceremony for the 2025 Batch A Stream 2 corps members in Wanune, Taka local government area. Iverin Solomon reports.
Batch A Stream 2 of the National Youth Service Corps posted to Benue State taking oath of allegiance before the State Chief Judge, Justice Maurice Ikbambasi, represented to be faithful, loyal and honest to the scheme. Established since 1973 to acquaint graduates with the opportunity to acquire better understanding as well as break away from ethnic and cultural ties in rebuilding and reshaping the nation. Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and Sports, Philip Nongo, stressed that the scheme now prioritizes skills acquisition and entrepreneurship development, which is in line with the present economic realities. He assured them of their safety and pledged support for the scheme in his domain.
It is logical that finding yourselves in a strange land will create all sorts of doubt and fear, but I assure you that being in Benue State is just home away from home.
This orientation camp is designed to adequately equip you with the knowledge that you need to navigate through the service here and beyond. It is highly regimented.
Some of the core members say the orientation is another phase of life.
It's an experience, and I feel it is okay for discipline and also to prepare us ahead of life after school.
For now, it's been good. I've been enjoying the whole environment. It's a new change. I've never been to this part of Nigeria.
From Wanenetaka local government area of Benue State, Iverin Solomon, NTA News.
Federal Republic of Nigeria has called for an immediate end to hostilities between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the State of Israel, urging both parties to exercise maximum restraint in the interest of regional and global peace. In a statement, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, expressed grave concern over the recent escalation marked by sustained missile and aerial exchanges between the two nations. Tuga warned that the cycle of retaliation not only endangers civilian lives, but also risks further destabilizing the broader Middle East with potential repercussions for international security and economic stability. He called on the international community, particularly the United Nations Security Council, to intensify efforts towards immediate de-escalation and to facilitate constructive dialogue, emphasizing that military action cannot replace diplomacy. Tuga reiterated Nigeria's stance that lasting peace can only be achieved through negotiation, mutual respect, and adherence to international law. He affirmed Nigeria's readiness to support all credible efforts aimed at reducing tensions and fostering peace in the region. And talking security, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has reaffirmed the service's unwavering commitment to civilian protection across all theaters of engagement, underscoring the protection of civilian lives and property as a strategic imperative in NAV's counter-insurgency and counter-banditry efforts. A statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Ehimen Ejodame, indicates that Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar tasked the Chief of Civil Military Relations, Air Vice Marshal Ibikunle Daramola, to conduct a high-level strategic engagement with the air components of Operation Fansanyama, Sector 2, operating in the Northwest region. He emphasized that NAF operations must consistently employ precision strikes in a bid to sustain public trust, as the enduring trust of the people remains the Nigerian Air Force's most potent force multiplier. The Air Component Commander of Operation Fansanyama Sector 2, Air Commodore Garba Ibrahim Jibia, described the visit as a morale booster and a strong reaffirmation of strategic leadership support from NAF headquarters. As the Nigerian Air Force intensifies its multidimensional approach to national security, blending kinetic operations with non-kinetic initiatives, the continued emphasis on civilian protection, community engagement, and operational accountability remains essential. This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. There'll be more reports when we return. This day.
NTA Television College Jaws, you will dive into exhilarating hands that will fuel your passion in education and propel your career to new heights. We don't just teach, we craft the next generation of media leaders. Explore our diverse offering, understanding the personnel matters and issues in the public service, basic development communication, financial reporting under IPSAS and interpretation of public sector accounting standard IPSAS, audit, internal check and control management, video camera maintenance, new technology technologies, optics, fiber, IP technologies, automation, storage management, and wireless technology. Challenges and opportunities in the secretarial profession in the digital age. Digital marketing, basic drama, online reporting, understanding the provisions of the revised public service, audio engineering operations and maintenance, camera operations, and intermediate drama. Mark your calendar. The second quarter of 2025 is your launch pad. This is your moment to seize the future. Announcer Management.
This is NTA News 24.
Many thanks for staying on. Have you ever sat in a hospital room waiting for help, only to hear a nurse or a doctor whisper to a colleague, "We need blood urgently"? In that moment, what runs through your mind? Tension or hope? For many, it is a moment where the chance of survival hangs on a thread held together by the kindness of a stranger who once made the selfless decision to donate blood. And this special report, Oyeyemi Ajayi takes us on a journey into the life-saving power of blood donation.
Blood is life. It carries oxygen, delivers nutrients, removes waste, regulates temperature, and protects us from infections. It also clots wounds to stop us from bleeding out. It's the body's silent hero. The importance of donating blood cannot be overstated. Every drop can mean the difference between life and death for accident victims, pregnant women, sickle cell warriors, patients with chronic illnesses, or anyone facing an emergency.
There are basically three types of blood donations. Some donate blood because they have one of their family members that is sick, and they are forced to donate blood in order to save the life of that individual. And some are being paid, which is illegal. They are commercial donors. And then there are people that do it willingly and voluntarily. And these are the ones that are being encouraged. Based on the statistics in Nigeria, voluntary blood donation is very low. In fact, less than 15% of our blood is collected from voluntary blood donation. And statistics have shown that voluntary blood donors are safer than the other two types.
Yet across Nigeria, there is a critical shortage of safe blood. Why? Many people hold back due to fear, myth, or religious beliefs. But experts say just 3 donations a year can not only save others, but also rejuvenate your own blood system, keeping your blood healthy and active.
Blood is very free, it's very safe. And we as health personnel cannot take your blood if you are not fit. So we have to do some background checks to make sure that you yourself donating blood will not be harmful to you. So donating blood is safe, it's not painful. The only pain that you feel is that of the needle prick.
So beyond culture, beyond fear, beyond misconceptions, donating blood is a civic duty, a humanitarian act, and a silent form of heroism. Because you may never know whose life your blood will save. But one day, someone may say, "I survived because someone, somewhere, or even you cared enough to donate." Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
And still on blood donation, every drop you give is a gift of life. Blood cannot be manufactured. It must come from those who care. Those were the words of the President, Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association, NAFOWA, Rekia Abubakar, to commemorate the World Blood Donor Day 2025. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
Compassion took flight at the Nigerian Air Force Base as the Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association, NAFOWA, led a powerful campaign in commemoration of World Blood Donor Day. I met Ruth Pitiko, a nurse who is also a constant blood donor. She explains the joy she derives knowing fully well that she has saved lives.
because you can never tell. It may be your loved one that will be on the street and needed blood. If only you had donated blood and there's a blood in the blood bank, it will save that life.
Antonia, before the sensitization, had a different perception to blood donation.
I'm very grateful for this lecture because I've never had to donate blood, but I've seen reasons to donate blood.
For NAFOA, the belief is that every effort to protect life is noble, and blood donation, though silent and simple, is one of the most powerful gifts anyone can offer.
That is why we've taken this step to not only raise awareness, but to explain the process and encourage more members of our community to embrace this vital act of service.
People think if they donate blood, they will keep it even after like 1 year or like 5 months it can be used. No, the shorter the duration you keep the blood, the better.
From raising awareness to saving lives, NAFOA reminds us that saved blood saves lives. Be a donor, be a hero. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
The federal government is set to initiate a breed improvement program and pasture cultivation center at the historic Wawa Zange Grazing Reserve in Gombe State. Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, revealed this when he undertook a facility tour at the grazing reserve, reiterating commitments to transform the livestock industry in line with the Renewed Hope agenda. Yusuf Jika completes the report.
The historic Wawa Zange Grazing Reserve in Gombe State has a total landmass of 1,144 hectares with potential to house thousands of herders and provide large-scale business opportunities to industry players despite challenges of infrastructure.
This place has been here for over 55 years.
The biggest challenge in Wawa Zange is water availability.
The visit is to acquaint the Minister of Realities on ground and activate necessary mechanisms to upgrade and optimize facilities for greater productivity and large-scale commercial drive. Other infrastructure to receive attention of the Renewed Hope agenda and the grazing reserve were school, primary health care, veterinary clinic, road network, among others, to provide an enabling environment for breed improvement and pasture cultivation in the grazing reserve.
Wawa Zange should come back to life. We are going to use Wawa Zange as one of our breed improvement centers, as one also area we are going to encourage massive pasture cultivation, so that any grazer, any farmer, any animal rearer that comes here will have no need again to migrate out of Wawa Zange.
We did a design on canalization of water because the main issue in this grazing reserve is water. Whatever investment you will do here, if you didn't solve the issue of water, you will have problem.
Highlight of the visit was the inspection of the ongoing rehabilitation of one of the dams being carried out by a livestock productivity and resilience support project. In Gombe, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
As the world set aside the 16th of June every year to celebrate fathers for their pivotal role in advancing families and societal values, the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development has commemorated the day with an exemplary event spotting out the pride of place of fathers. The 2025 focus is celebrating positive masculinity and male allyship for gender equality, fathers as feminists, redeeming fatherhood for equality and justice.
Both men and women make society work. Both men and women make society to tick. So as women perform their roles in society, men must also perform their roles.
We recognize that just focusing on women alone will not end gender-based violence, because the main perpetuators of gender-based violence are men. There are peculiar issues that influence men, that make men susceptible to violence.
So we'll continue to push and ensure that this message trickles down so that we'll give the female folk, especially, opportunity to participate in decision-making and societal governance.
The day is not entirely